How's it going? Alright, so I'm going to change the pace a little bit with a excerpt from my novel in progress. It's called Johnny Love and the Department of Love on Earth. Yeah, so it's a love story. And I'm going to read like a later chapter. It's after Johnny, something bad happens. Johnny's girlfriend gets shot by this soul-sucking arrow that the Greek goddess Psyche shot at him. And Cronus, who's like the man above all, like the god above all gods, is like reveling in his like triumph. So that's kind of where we're at. Hope you like it. The toilet was the only place Cronus could get some peace in the one-bedroom cave he and Pythia called home. He had enough money to buy them a mansion, but he was forced into a life of mold and echoes because Pythia and her damn snakes needed to live in a cave. The Oracle wouldn't accept cave life. No, it had to be a fucking cave, with minimal improvements, just enough to make it livable. Cronus eyed the hole in the stone wall near his foot, sweatpants and underwear resting around his ankles. That hole wasn't there the day before. The yellow-striped head of a young python poked out. Its forked tongue slid from its mouth, its brown, beady eyes mesmerized by Cronus's bare big toe. Another escapee from the pit. So much for peace. He kicked at the python, but the clothes around his ankles restricted his reach. The snake hissed, emerged further, and snapped at his toe. Sharp teeth burned Cronus' thick toenail. Ha! The little bastard got stuck. Cronus plucked the python from his foot, flicked a fat finger against his head as if to say, "Do that again, and I'll rip your goddamn head off." He stuffed the snake back into the hole and shoved a rolled-up Hades hotties into it. Gods forbid Pythia become obsessed with garden snakes. No, she had to go for pythons. Was it his fault that the bathroom was the only place that didn't reek of python vapor that Pythia had to fester in to receive her visions? Yeah, her visions, that she barely even had anymore. Cronus and Pythia had been together for over 2,000 years, and he'd gotten used to the massive caverns they lived in at Delphi. But he was still having a hard time adjusting to their hobbit hole after a mere 3 decades. Fucking San Francisco real estate. Even the caves were cramped and cost a fortune. Cronus just needed a little space, a small sanctuary where he could read some news from the afterlife. And when he did leave the cave, it was always, "Where are you going? How long will you be gone? We have cable here. Why do you need to go to the bar to watch the Olympics?" All he wanted was a place to himself. A man needs a place to brood and plot and plan. And so what if once in a while the brooding involved a little nymph porn? He was once the king of the gods, the father of Olympians, the mighty Cronus, and look at him now, reduced to masturbating over the toilet, ogling a faded picture of Aphrodite, the one with the seashell and the foam and the crotch shot, trying not to groan too loud. "What are you doing in there?" Pythia knocked on the bathroom door. One of his best decisions he's ever made, installing that door. "What do you think I'm doing?" he barked. She was always interrupting him, right when he had gotten into a rhythm, too. "Well, you have a call. Damn it, woman. You know I'm not taking calls from Psyche." "Did I say it was Psyche?" Cronus imagined Pythia's smug smirk, one that was kind of sexy 2,000 years ago, but now came with all sorts of attitude. Hips locked, one finger held up, head swiveling. "No, I don't think I did. Do you want me to tell the Shoof you'll call him back, or what?" "The Shoof, news from the DLE. I'm coming!" Cronus yelled. It had been a few days since Psyche's blunder attempt on Johnny's life, but Cronus would deal with her later. Seriously, how perfect was it that her failure would provide Johnny Love with the motivation he would need to fulfill his destiny, to free the souls trapped in the soul-sucking arrows. Cronus remembered when Pythia had first moaned the prophecy as she climaxed during one of their early morning sessions. Ah, the good old days, when sex was hot and compulsive, when they were overcome with the ethereal urges to fuck in every room in their old cave at Delphi. That particular day, he had found her naked in the vapor room, her long black hair past her shoulders but not quite covering her small olive breasts. A knowing smirk, the bat of an eyelash, her long, thin finger curled come hither. Pythia straddled him on the cave floor and rode Kronos like he was Pegasus. Now, Kronos simply needed to wait for Johnny to do his part, what he'd been born to do. Once that was complete, Kronos would be able to leave this decrepit body behind, leave Earth behind, and strut proudly into the afterlife once again. Kronos took the call from LeChouf in the living room, made his makeshift base of operations, like they couldn't find a cave with one more room. The damn snakes had their own pit, Pythia a small vapor room, but Kronos only had his couch, a laptop, and a flat-screen TV. LeChouf's face came into view like he was about to pounce face first into the camera. "You have an update for me, LeChouf?" "Shit's crazy over here," LeChouf whispered, peeking over his shoulder. "I don't have much time. Be quick about it, boy. Everyone's talking about Psyche. Brock and Eros tried to keep things quiet, but someone on Earth caught the whole episode in the park on their cell phone. The DLE is officially the laughingstock of the afterlife." "What about the arrows? What about Johnny Love?" Kronos was growing impatient. "He hasn't left the lab. He's been sleeping here, boss. They're no closer to figuring out how to extract the souls from the arrows. They're killing souls, trying." LeChouf sounded worried. Voice filled with doubt, like maybe he didn't truly believe in the prophecy. The skeptical twinkle in his monocle told Kronos the man's faith was wavering. Order needed to be re-established, fear instilled. Yes, baby, Psyche's betrayal presented the perfect example of what happened to those who doubted Kronos. "Lock that shit up, LeChouf," Kronos yelled, or said. "It's time we brought Johnny and Psyche together. Make sure he has access to a soul sucker. Don't get caught." "But he could kill her, or worse, she could kill him." "Don't question me, LeChouf." Kronos felt the vein in his forehead thicken, pulsate. "Psyche is no longer essential to our plan." Kronos ended the call. "It's about time you killed that hoe," Pythia yelled from the kitchen. "I made soup." "Great. Python soup again. The thick broth, the sweet chrysanthemum of the Pythia thought was so revolutionary. Those bland boiled chunks of serpent. His stomach turned. He needed to buy his own damn groceries. Maybe some more porn. He should have gotten a naked picture of Psyche when he had the chance. Thank you.